Despite some cloudiness, a nice finish to the week on this Friday across central and eastern Kentucky. Afternoon highs surging near the 80-degree mark, and we've managed to avoid any even isolated to scattered showers and storms out there. That's going to change, though, overnight and into the weekend. Rain and storms on the way ahead of that cold front. Now, we do have an extended stretch of dry weather on tap once we get rid of the rain late tomorrow, and the good news along with that, temperatures warm into the 80s next week. Max HD radar and satellite, we've had the cloudiness here in the bluegrass off to the southwest, a little bit more in the way of sunshine down south. You can see the organized activities right along that frontal boundary, which is going to be making its way through the Ohio Valley overnight and into the day tomorrow. One thing that has kept those isolated pop-up showers and storms away today is a little warmth in the mid-levels of the atmosphere suppressing or capping any of that development. It looks pretty good down in Richmond with our Bluegrass Pace Carrier Skyview HD camera network up to 79. West to southwest winds at about 5 to 10. So you see most locations upper 70s, dancing around 80. Danville, Richmond, Somerset, down to Monticello. Our dew points are coming up. Other than far eastern Kentucky, we're sneaking into the low 60s, so beginning to feel a little muggy out there. And again, there's your front. It's going to be dropping through here overnight. Table is set with moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico. So our futurecast here as we head through the evening and overnight, I think we'll begin to pick up the pace 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning here in the bluegrass. Showers and storms, some pockets of heavy rain, and then we may develop a gusty line of showers and storms. Lexington to the south, a lot of southern southeast Kentucky may stay dry for the entire overnight, and it could be deeper tomorrow before you get into the rain there. I think we do wrap things up early afternoon here in the bluegrass, and then it will be later in the day with some lingering clouds. A few locations, southern southeast Kentucky may not be out of the 60s for afternoon highs, where I think we'll make a run at the 70-degree mark. With the way this stuff's moving in, we've upped our totals. Obviously, where the heaviest rain falls, we could see inch and a half, even localized upwards of 2 inches, despite the fact that this system is not going to hang around very long at all. That moves out and high pressure builds in. As we're dealing with the rain tomorrow, it's going to be exactly the opposite on Sunday. Looking good, mid-70s for afternoon highs, and then we'll see the high give way. Area of low pressure down along the Gulf Coast, but we'll be in good shape as warmer air returns. Upper 70s to kick off next week. Notice here our muggy meter. We're going to see a nice drop once that front clears tomorrow, and even as we begin to warm things up a little bit next week, we will see, I think, humidity levels generally stay in that comfortable range. And speaking of the warm air, you see the deeper orange beginning to build in Tuesday and beyond, indicating a nice ridge of high pressure over the eastern U.S., meaning almost some summer-like air back here in the bluegrass. 62 tonight, rain and storms move in, especially here in central Kentucky tomorrow. Rain and storms ending from northwest to southeast as the day wears on. Here in the bluegrass, 71, I think upper 60s where the clouds and rain linger to the south and east. Checking out 7-day forecast here. After the speed bump of tomorrow, it is looking good. Check out next week. Basically dry each and every day with afternoon highs in the low 80s.